everybody, and welcome to Regah Bivrit. I'm so excited that you are here with us today to a very special transmission because we are concluding the book of Vayikra today. We're getting ready to head to Bamidbar, and we are in Parashat Bahar. And I want to talk about chapter 25 is the concluding book. Again, it's important to understand what's happening here in the context. Children of Israel say Na'aseh v'nishma, they received the Torah. And now what Hashem does is he starts to explain each and every mitzvah of the Big Ten. He drilled down to subheading and then to the sub-subheading. And although we are reading a lot of rules and regulation and a lot of details that can kind of make our head spin and say, wow, so many details. You have to understand why, because God is giving him the big picture first, explain to them through the 10 words what he required, and now he said, now let me give you the details and let me kind of drill down with you. And it's important for us to look at the special set of laws that have to do between the land and the people. This is the headline of chapter 25. God is dealing, because again, he's preparing us to enter to the land. So as he's preparing us to Geulah, enter into the land, he's already given us the laws. So we know how to treat the land. And the key for all of us to understand it, that when we are dealing with the land is a mirror of the spiritual relationship between people. The Torah makes this point very clear, that it is a mirror between the people. It's a mirror of the condition, the physical condition of the land. Now, here in the beginning of the portion, and he's making this point twice in chapter 25. We read this thing, and I want you to hear it. It says in verse 10, 25, verse 10, very interesting verse. It says, in the context of Yom Kippurim, "Ukidashtem et shinat ה-50 שנה, וקראתם דרור בארץ לכל יושביה, יובל היא תהיה לכם, ושבתם איש אל אחוזתו." And the first word in the text, he says, "And you sanctify the year of 50. Let's stop there and understand it. He used the word ukidashtem. Now, if you put the man in the end of the verb, it's speaking about a plural. If God would sanctify the land in the 50th year, it would say ukidashti. But the fact is that it says ukidashtem, meaning the yod is transformed to a mem. So it means that this mitzvah is not something that is fulfilled by God. It's not something that God is doing. It's something that the people are doing. And the big theme of chapter 25 in this parasha is that we can sanctify or contaminate the land. We have the power to make the land completely clean, completely ready, and ready for the Geulah, and that's what it means. Look at what it says there. Yovel hi tiyeh lachem. It's going to be a year of Jubilee to you. And here is how God defined preparation. Ushavtem. Now, think about the word shavtem. The word shavtem comes from the word shuv, shuvu. You are returning. So it's saying here something very interesting. And you return each to his own household. But I don't believe that that's what the text is conveying to us when it says you return to your household and you return to your people and you are to dwell there. I don't think that that's what he's talking about. He's talking about creating atikunim inside your family. What you're not with your family already? Where have you been? when he says you have to return to your family, to return to your household, one of the things that we must do to prepare for Geulah is to repair the relationships inside our families. Listen to me carefully. If you want to sanctify the 50, 50 is the number of Mashiach, the Matan Torah given in 50th, the Spirit is on the 50th day. If you want to sanctify the 50th day, what you must do is V'shavtem ish el achuzato ve'ish el mishpachto. Wait a second, why did it separate the achuzah, which is the house, and the mishpacha? Because it's tying those two together, the physical and the spiritual. The house will represent physical. God says, you need to get your affairs in order. The idea of Shavtem ish el achuzato means that you and I must get our affair in order, get our house cleaned up, get our business cleaned up. In the book of Revelation, we speak about the Messiah that is knocking at the door. Is the house ready? I've already returned to the house to get it ready. Is it ready? That will be number one question. And then number two, it says your return to your family, meaning to bring repair, restoration, healing, and life into our own families. So this is all part of the preparation for the Geulah. So that's what you mean when you say V'kiddush, and you sanctify it. God said, no, I'm not sanctifying this time. You sanctify it in the way you treat others around you. And that's why in verse 24, it says this, and throughout bechol eretz achuzatchem geula titnu la'aretz. This is absolutely incredible. And if you look at that specifically in the Hebrew, it's even more incredible, because he's saying here, and through your land and your household, you bring geula to the land. The geula is not the one who give you the land is not the one who give you the Geulah. It is you who redeem the land. Think about the implication today. We are living in places that need redemption. If you watch the news, watch what's happening around the world, I'm willing to bet that each and every city that you are sitting in today and you're watching, you notice that your city needs to be redeemed. I know where I live, we need to redeem, redemption. So the question, how do we bring Geulah? Well, we declare liberty, we already read it, but here is what it says here in the text. It says, when your brother comes to you and he sold is what he have, you are to become the redeemer of your own brother. Think about those principles, brothers and sisters. It says here in the Bible, Ugaal et mimchar achiv. You become the goel, the redeemer, the messianic who redeem your brother. How do we redeem the land? It's very simple. You find somebody that needs redemption and you help redeem him. This is the formula for Geulah. This is your homework today for until next week. Find a person who needs Geulah. Who lead the personal Geulah. No, don't talk about a corporate Geulah. Find a person who lead a personal Geulah, and you become the redeemer for him. And if you do that, friends, then the land will be sanctified. Until next week, wishing all of you Shabbat Shalom.